Have you heard the story? There's an individual who holds one of the top governmental offices in our country who has been accused of bribery and corruption. No, it's not President Joe Biden. It's actually another Democrat, Senator Robert Menendez from the state of New Jersey. Senator Menendez and his wife have been accused of bribery and corruption from a foreign official. The Southern District of New York levied a federal indictment against the couple for these allegations. Reading from the Daily Wire, Menendez and his wife have been accused of, quote, accepting bribes from 3 business people in exchange for actions that he took as chairman of the powerful Senate Foreign Relations Committee. According to the Department of Justice, the bribes were intended to protect businessmen and to benefit the country of Egypt. That is a country that Senator Menendez at the time was engaging with regularly as far as foreign relations. But really, if these accusations are proven to be true, their relationship may have gone a little far past just dealing with foreign relations. Investigators issued a search warrant of the Menendez's home and found evidence of these alleged bribes, including gold, watts of gold that were in the Menendez's home, a luxury car, very nice home furnishings. They say these are evidence of the bribe, and mortgage payments that prosecutors allege he also accepted as bribes. Investigators also found nearly $500,000 in cash in the Menendez's home, to be exact, $480,000. Senator Menendez has said, quote, for 30 years, I have withdrawn thousands of dollars in cash from my personal savings account, which I have kept for emergencies. And because of the history of my family facing confiscation in Cuba, that was his way of explaining why in the world you would have $500,000 just lying around in your home, in addition to literal watts of gold. My gosh, if you're going to accept a bribe, potentially, it hasn't been proven yet, so I'm going to put in potentially to be fair. If you were accepting a potential alleged bribe, why would you just leave the evidence all around your home? My gosh, it's like you're asking for it. Menendez faces up to 45 years in prison if he is convicted of these charges. Before we continue, I'd like to quickly tell you about MyPillow. I use many MyPillow products, including the MyPillow, the mattress topper, the MyPillow towel sets, and the My Slippers, which are my favorite. And you can get many of MyPillow's products at a discount if you use the promo code Hartman, specifically the Great Giza Dream bed sheets, which I sleep on every night. They're super soft and comfortable. You can get them at 60% off with the promo code Hartman. That comes with a 60-day money-back guarantee and a 10-year warranty. Just go to mypillow.com and click on the radio listener square or call 1-800-566-6745 and use the promo code Hartman. And remember that Hartman has just one N. When my people came over from Germany 200 years ago, we dropped one of the N's. So do remember that when entering that promo code to get all those discounts on MyPillow products. Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez, a leading Democrat, has actually called on Senator Menendez to resign. Quote, the situation is quite uncomfortable, she said in a recent interview on CBS's Face the Nation. I do believe that it is in the best interest for Senator Menendez to resign in this moment. On a recent episode of Julie Noted, I was discussing the allegations that are being levied against Russell Brand. And I said that it is wrong for us to jump to conclusions either way, saying, of course Russell Brand didn't do this, or of course Russell Brand did do this. I would like to extend the same to Senator Menendez. We should not be jumping to conclusions right now, though the evidence does look a little bit shady, and we should allow the court of law, assuming that it is conducted impartially and objectively, to present the evidence and come up with a fair conclusion. But I have to say, it's really amazing that we have 2 major leading Democrats and officials in our government President Joe Biden and Senator Robert Menendez, being accused of taking money from foreign entities. I, on another episode of Julie Noted, went through all of the allegations against President Biden and his son Hunter Biden. They include that the pair, Hunter and Joe, took money from Ukrainian nationals, from Chinese nationals, which specifically one which had a very close tie to Xi Jinping and the CCP, as well as Romanian nationals. And so it raises the question, why is it that these stories, the Menendez story and the Biden story, are not more of huge news items that we are paying attention to? It shows how jaded we have become as a nation that something like this happens. And really, if you went up to people on the street in the United States, maybe half of the people who you would talk to would be aware, but there would be a large contingent of people in this country who would have no idea about these allegations, or even worse, wouldn't really care. But what else are we to expect? If you look at the political history of the United States over the past 5 years, there have been investigations around every corner. When President Trump took office, immediately the Democrats launched an investigation into his so-called collusion with the Russians in order to win in 2016. President Trump was the subject of 2 impeachments. The FBI raided his Mar-a-Lago home not long after he left office. There are now 4 indictments, 2 federal, 2 state, being levied against him. President Biden has also been the subject of investigations. And so we kind of look around, and all of these investigations, in some cases they are bogus, in some cases they are warranted, but all of these investigations, whether they are bogus or whether they are warranted, have made us become a bit duller in our reaction to them. We should be outraged that leaders high up in our office, including the presidency, are engaging in such immoral behavior. But now it just seems like another Tuesday in the United States that yet another person has been bought off by a foreign power. We have to get back the ability to react appropriately to these things when they happen. Thanks so much for listening today. Please hit the subscribe button down below and leave a comment with what you think about this Menendez indictment. If you believe it, if you don't believe it, your thoughts on all of these major officials being the subject of investigations. I'd be very curious to hear your thoughts. See you soon. Take care.